Finally nearing the end of this project, but it's time to finish up the pommel. Going to start by heading over to the lathe and using a couple of parallels to chuck this up and make things nice and square. Then I'm going to face it off and get things down to the perfect dimension so I can do an heirloom fit. I don't want the edges to be perfectly square, so I'm going to use the lathe to put a little chamfer on it, then I'll flip it and do the same thing on the other side. To get the sides looking good, I'll start out with a 120 grit, then a 220 grit, and move on to a fine surface conditioning belt. That'll leave me with something looking like this. Next step will be over to the laser engraver where I'm going to put on a Klingon crest. To darken out the engraving, I'm going to use a little bit of super glue, just simply put it on a Q-tip and wipe it in there nice and good. I degreased it really well before this. Then I'm going to use some 600 grit sandpaper with a little hard rubber backing to clean things up. I'd say that's looking pretty darn good, and on our next steps, we're going to finish up the guard.